Hello students, SMCP Education welcomes you all for the new session on computer science. This course is for 10 plus above standards and also for those who come from non-computer science background but may wish to apply for engineering or other related fields. I am your instructor Kaustubh and I am also an e-learning developer at SMCP Education. First, we will look here at the course agendas. First, we will cover in this video computer systems. Then, we will cover encoding schemes and number systems. Then, we will cover introduction to algorithms and problem solving approach, the most basic and fundamental approach to programming. Then we will cover emerging trends in computer science. Here we will deal with AI, big data, IoT, cloud computing and blockchains. So let's start computer system. First we will look at the definition for what are computers. A computer is an electronic device that can be programmed to accept data or information as an input, process and generate some result output. So actually when we input some data or information, here input devices is an keyboard and mouse. So keyboard and mouse are an input devices because they have the capability to get input some data or information, and then the CPU process that information and it displays on the monitor. So your monitor is an output device. A computer system primarily comprises a CPU, memory, input-output devices and storage devices. All these components function together as a single unit to deliver the desired output. You can see an image of an CPU on a left hand side. That's exactly how we use at home or colleges. But this is a cabinet actually, and inside of this cabinet is a CPU main system which functions together to perform the operations. It can vary from a high-end server to personal desktop, laptop, tablet or a smartphone. Here you can see some images. There are two images, tablet and desktop, and these two also contain CPU, but the CPU size varies according to the devices. Now we will study examples of input devices. So here you can see input devices are keyboard, mouse, remote control, joystick, scanner, graphics tablet, microphone, webcams, light pens, touchscreen, numeric keypad. Now about microphone. In microphone you record your voice, and it accepts your voice as an input and then processes your voice through speaker. So that's an example of an input devices. Now here comes an output devices like monitor, printer, microfilms, plotter and multimedia projector. Okay, printer is also an output device because when you select a print option, the print option takes input. The computer sends the data in the digital format to a printer and then printer processes it to output. Okay, and now below is an image of a memory. This is an exactly how a memory is in the CPU. So this memory is made up of microchips, and these microchips are made up of semiconductors, and these microchips, one or more microchips are known as integrated circuits. So basically the memory or whole motherboard system is made up of this integrated circuits. This integrated circuits also contains capacitor and resistor. Now we will look at a block diagram of a computer system. Here is a CPU, central processing unit. It works as together a main component. Now primary memory, it contains control unit, arithmetic logic unit, then SSD, secondary storage devices, then input device and output device. Input device goes through the memory. It passes the data to a memory, to and from a memory actually. Then primary memory to control unit to ALU, and then the information gets passed to an output device. So CPU is an electronic circuitry of a computer that carries out the actual processing and usually referred to as the brain of the computers. It is commonly called processor. CPU generally is made up of one or more microchips called as ICs. These ICs are made of semiconductor materials. Now we will study in brief about semiconductor. Semiconductors are those materials which have a conductivity between conductors and insulators. So conductors generally metals and non-conductors most ceramics. So insulators are materials which do not allow heat to pass, and conductors are just the opposite of insulators. Semiconductors can be pure elements such as silicon or germanium, or compounds such as gallium arsenide or cadmium selenide. So the CPU is given instructions through programs. Then the CPU fetches the data from the memory and performs logical operations as per the given instructions, then stores the results back to memory. CPU stores the data during processing in its local memory, also known as registers. These registers are high-speed storage areas. Registers are limited in size and number. Different registers are used for storing data or results. The CPU has two main components: ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and CU, control unit. ALU performs all the arithmetic and logical operations like addition, subtraction, division. CU controls sequential instruction execution, interprets instructions, and guides data flow. Thanks for watching this video. We will continue the video and we will study evolution of computers through a timeline process, and we will also discuss von Neumann architecture and its bottlenecks. Thanks for watching again.